Welcome back, everyone. This is Ned from Enderwarp here to give you a whistle stop tour of Johto.
Yeah, very exciting to be here with you, Ned. How have you been? It's been a long time.
Very good, thank you. It's good to see you again. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
I've been great. This we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it just hasn't quite happened yet. But the stars have aligned. The hell is frozen over. Ned is coming back to this video, and
Yeah.
presumably the other Pokemon videos. Am I right?
Yeah. I'd like to be back for some of them.
Yeah, awesome. Because this, I don't know how many of you would have still even been watching back then, because this was a while ago. But when Ned and Luke and maybe some other people, I don't know, made Kanto, it was first a quick flyover video, and then it was the next video was like uh, Pallet Town, the other first towns, their names I'm forgetting. But and they broke it up like that. So this we're not going to be going inside buildings or whatever, but we wanted to show some stuff off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
thought it would be fun to
right.
start in here in the bedroom. Do you have anything to add?
No, yeah, I mean, being in Johto brings back lots of memories.
Hmm.
It wasn't the first Pokemon game I played. I did start with Red, but I remember a lot of my childhood playing Pokemon Gold and then, getting Heart Gold, Soul Silver and playing through those.
Yeah, how did that
Was
feel?
it
Because
Easton's Room? I
yeah,
can't remember the female character. I don't think I trying to remember if you had access to a female character in Gold and Silver, if it was only Crystal when you got access to them. And I think the name was Crystal.
hmm,
I'm
yeah,
probably completely wrong though.
it sounds right. I know that Gen 2 was the first one to have a female character. I don't know if it was the first Gen 2 games or if it was until Crystal, but
Yeah.
sounds correct. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, there
Um,
we go. That's good enough.
yeah, and I want to mention real quick. We kind of figured it's best to just like get something out. So this is not a finished product. This was when did you start on Johto actually?
Oh gosh, who knows? Basically the same time that we started uh, Kanto, we wanted to make Johto as well because it was all based on the Heart Gold Soul Silver games, so it had
Hmm.
most of those textures and a lot of that design. So I think quite early on we had already started building into Johto. We just never really got any of the interiors done. So Luke and I, other people must have helped. I can't remember though. It's been so long ago. Sorry about everyone else. Um, but yeah,
Unforgivable.
yeah, yeah, we did do quite a bit of the exteriors of Johto at that time, and who
Yeah,
knows when that
because
was. Probably look back at the videos and it might be 2012 or something.
wow, yeah, because what I was gonna say is, a lot of this stuff has not been touched in a while. Like this interior probably hasn't been touched since it was originally made. The exteriors
Yeah,
have mostly been updated. Like for example, we're gonna swatch. That's not a word. Well, it is a word, but not in that context.
that's the
Switch
word. Yeah.
out the quartz blocks with smooth quartz and so on. But like I said, I figured you guys would rather just see what we have rather than further delaying it until everything is exactly as it is. Because regardless, it's just a flyover. In the actual tours, everything will be as intended.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know who made some of these interiors? Because since I last was around this map, someone has come along and done quite a few of the interiors because I don't think I did any of the New Bark Town interiors.
I could not swear to it really. I know that I was the last person to come and work on stuff, and even then, that
Yeah.
was a while ago. Because when I came along, at least most of the interiors were already done. It was a lot of like fixing stuff and whatever. And I have something to add on that note when I finish this thought first. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was Zap. Like I said, most of this I kind of assumed was you guys because it was already um, here. Maybe Luke, I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is the I mentioned this in a few comments already, but the plan is still for the Springfield map to release by the end of this year as intended, probably at the end of the year, just so I can keep that promise while also having as much time as possible to add and improve stuff. But the Pokemon map, which I had hoped would release before the Springfield map, that is no longer the plan, mainly because a lot of things have been broken over time by Minecraft updates and stuff. Like
Yeah.
over here, this is a quick fix. We'll just show you as an example. I left this on purpose. Oh, or maybe I did fix it. I don't know that sign, but like you'll see some. I'll point it out when you see like a lot of the signs broke. This map is very heavy on teleports, and a lot of the teleports broke. And we have to go through and fix it. And I figured, okay, more people care about Springfield than they do about the Pokemon map, so I'm going to prioritize that. But once we've released the Springfield map, that'll be the priority, and we'll be working on this more.
Yeah.
Very
So on
nice.
to Route 101, is it? No, no, it's not 101. 40 something.
Yeah, because I think they just like started like from where the numbers ended in Kanto.
Yeah, Route 29.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the few, I guess, the only one where they actually carried on because Johto really is just in a sense, an expansion of Kanto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like how
Oh
you
yeah,
guys did the berry bushes or whatever they're called, because I remember when I was younger, I never knew how you did that.
no, they were a nice. I thought they were quite a nice way of doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd always love to make it so, with all the improvements they've done to data packs, there will definitely be a way where you could use shears on it to give you a berry and have the top pop off.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, there's a number of things like that we could do. Like we were talking. Okay, here's an example of a broken sign. Like I don't know what did this, but it that happened, and like all the signs broke, all the teleports
Yeah.
broke for a while. So it's been kind of a pain. Like this is easy to do. I left it as an example, but a lot of weirdness. I don't even know how it happened.
I think it's to do with plugins on the server.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I be honest, it's been so long since I played these games that I don't really remember the names of all the towns, but I definitely recognize them. You might know better
Yeah.
than I do.
Cherry Grove, I believe this one is.
Good memory, I think. Isn't this where like
Oh.
you have to save a slowpoke or something?
No, the Slowpoke is in, I believe it's called Azalea Town, further
Okay,
on,
yeah,
southwest of here.
yeah. Because like I said, it's been a while since I worked on a lot of this, even because like I think I picked up work on this project. This would have been like 2018 initially, something like that. So it's been a
Yeah,
while, and it was, that even was mostly just like block updates and stuff. And even then, some of the stuff I didn't get around to. But now
yeah,
it's been so long that I have to block update the block updates, which happens a lot with Springfield. I'm
yeah,
sure you know my pain. So
yeah,
it never ends. But
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, it was always a battle in Springfield, and a lot of the things in the earlier Enderwarp days of people want to keep working on the same build. So, do you just do block updates every time a new update has come out with lots of great new blocks, or do you sort of say, okay, maybe we should move on to other ones and accept that some of these are just going to look a bit outdated for a while?
yeah, because at this point, like, I took back over on the Springfield map in very, very early 2021. So even that
Yeah,
was, I mean, it's almost 2026. So it's been a while. And so I'm
yeah,
sure that a bunch of the updates I made then wouldn't hold up now. I don't know.
yeah. And here we are, Violet City.
Yeah, I really like how this one turned out.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
It looks
Because, like, this I'll probably leave pretty much as is. But some of the other ones we've already seen, I'm sure will need some block updates.
yeah, this building here is really nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is it one of the schools?
Yes, this Pokemon School. Earl
Yeah.
will show you all there is, whatever that means.
uh, Teacher L, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you've got Sprout Tower over here, one of
yeah.
the famous towers of Johto. Of course, there are the
Mm-hmm.
other ones, the Burnt Tower and the non-burnt tower.
Yep.
Can't remember what that one is though.
I think the
Where, of
Burnt
course,
Tower might have been the first thing I worked on when I started working on this back in 2018 or whatever.
yeah. Have you seen the new Pokemon game? Of course. With this video being done now, it's what is it, a couple of days after the release of Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't been following it super closely because it kind of snuck up on me. I didn't realize how soon it was coming out. But
Really?
I don't have it, but I never actually played Legends Arceus, however you want to say it, either, though I would like to, just because, at that point I was off at college and so on, so
Yeah.
it was a family Nintendo Switch that I would use, and it was back home, so I kind of stopped playing
Yeah.
Pokemon games for a while, but I'm home now, and maybe I'll finally get around to that stuff.
No, I definitely recommend it. I mean,
Hmm.
like with any of these 3D Pokemon games we've got now, the graphics aren't great, and that's usually one of the big complaining points about them.
Hmm.
And the story might be a little bit weak, but the things that they add to it, I found were really enjoyable and sort of a fresh take, or a little bit of a fresh take on Pokemon. You had those different fighting styles. You could, when going into a combat, you could use, I believe it's called like a fast or an agile attack, and then a
Oh,
strong
nice.
attack. So you could either make your attack more likely to hit, or you could make it do more damage. But then
That's
it would
nice. Yeah.
make it take longer before you'd be able to do another attack. So it
Are you
added a bit of choice there in it.
are you talking about Legends ZA or just Legends in general? I haven't
Legends
played either.
Arceus. So
Okay.
Legends
Yeah.
EA doesn't have that. Legends EA has gone to an entirely new combat system where
Yeah.
there's no turn-based mechanic anymore. You just
Yeah.
have cooldowns for each individual move you use.
But you have played ZA already? Am I right?
No, no, I haven't.
Okay, misunderstood.
I'd I'd like to, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh, there's still more stuff I'd like them to do with it, and with time being so limited, there are many other things I want to spend my time on rather than that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Fair enough. I
Hopefully,
can't
yeah.
blame you.
Hopefully, it's a sign of things to come, and they'll, keep with this new combat mechanic and make a better open world
Hmm.
feel, better graphics and stuff like that. But until they do, it's a little bit tricky to decide if I'd actually want to spend the time on it.
Yeah, because at this point, besides skipping over Unova for whatever reason, they're
Yeah.
kind of running out of things to readapt. Because I remember thinking it was kind of weird to think about how, I mean, this would have been a while ago now, even, but when they remade the Kanto games, it's like, okay, time is really moving on fast at that point. They're remaking remakes. So,
Yeah,
I don't know where they'll go from here.
yeah. But yeah, this is Azalea Town. This is the one
Hmm.
where you have the issue with the slowpoke. You've
Yeah,
got the well down there where the slowpoke are,
yeah.
I think, cornered by Team Rocket, and you get the tales of people cutting off slowpoke tails for either for eating or for some good luck charm. I
Yeah,
can't
for
remember which
sure.
one. I think there's a soup they make from it.
Sounds right. And I like some of the roofs in that town.
Yeah, they're
Look
nice.
nice.
And then we're into the Ilex Forest.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Place, if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to find a Celebi in here.
Yeah. Where is okay, is this the thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
yeah. There's a
So I
little
think
shrine.
this turned out nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is quite similar the way we did this to the Viridian Forest in Kanto, where it's all again because it's so large and it doesn't actually fit within the overworld map of Pokemon. We've just had to put it under a whole roof of leaves to try and hide it in a
Mm-hmm.
different location, but still give it that sort of closed off, darker forest feel.
Yeah, we might even leave off night vision when you go in here for like atmosphere. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, that's
kind
probably
of related. I do want to ask because I don't think I've ever actually learned this. How did
yeah.
you go about it when you're making the overworld? Since obviously it's not a consistent whatever in the games. It's different world spaces. So did you do
It
all of that
is
first?
actually. It is all one.
Oh,
It is all one world space.
I didn't
So
know that.
if you hack the game, and I used to have, I think it's called an action card replay, where
Yeah.
you'd take a DS, you'd put this action card replay in, you'd select some cheats, you'd then eject the action card and put in the Pokemon game or any game that you wanted at that time, and then it would allow you to have a slightly apply some modifications to the game, such as being able to clip through walls.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I think I
as soon
remember
as
you
you clip
talking about
through
that
walls, you
before.
find that actually they are all in just one overworld map, and you
Huh.
can figure out exact alignments of all these different buildings and different towns relative to each other.
That makes it a lot easier, yeah. Because
Yeah,
as we've mentioned, I'd like to add the Sevi Islands on here, and I
yeah,
actually have never played the Gen 1 remakes from Gen 3, so I would probably, I don't want to delay the whole process by playing through the whole game, so I'll probably just use cheats or like a whatever, download a save file so we can get straight to that without playing a whole game's worth of content just for the one build. But
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I only went to the Sevi Isles once because I skipped that generation as well. I wasn't a I was I played Heart Gold, I played Gold and Silver, then I stopped playing. Then I picked up again in some point in secondary school when Diamond and Pearl came out.
Hmm.
Played those, then Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out. I played those, and then you could trade from Gen 3 up to Gen 4. So I got the old games of Emerald and Fire Red, tried to play those games, got all the way to the Elite Four to the point where you could then trade them up and then put the cartridge in, did the thing that you were meant to do to trade them over, and then my game went corrupted. It said, game's corrupted, game has been wiped. So I was like, okay, that's a weird thing, I'll do it again. Played Gen 3 again, and the exact same issue occurred.
That's
So I
really
probably
frustrating.
got,
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, I probably got some sort of a hacked or bad version of the cartridges, and for that reason, those Gen 3 hasn't stuck well in my mind.
That makes sense. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Gen 3, it's I mean, I've played the Hoenn remakes and all
Yeah,
of
yeah, I
that,
love the current
but
remake.
yeah, so I never had I don't think a Game Boy Advance or anything.
Yeah,
So that was slightly before my time. So
yeah.
I never
But the
really
DS
played
did
that.
have a slot in it where you could put, or was it the DS Lite? It had a
The
slot in it where you
later
could put a
models
Game
did
Boy
not,
on.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we in now? Yeah, so Goldenrod City we've got here, and we've got the railroad track, the train track that leads all the way across this map, which I think you've probably seen, crossing over some of the routes, and it should get you all the way to the counterpart town in Kanto.
Yeah, very nice.
Which, gosh, I don't remember the name of that, and clearly should. See,
You'll know
we're
what we're
able to
talking
make
about.
good stuff. We just can't remember things.
Yeah, yeah. We're both losing our marbles a little bit,
Yeah,
but it comes with the territory of being an Enderwarp. It
yeah,
eats your
exactly.
brain. Yeah,
Saffron City, that's the one.
yeah, yeah, that sounds correct. Where do you want to head? Seems like this is kind of a fork in the road with a lot of places we can go.
Yeah, so this is one of the parts where the overworld map can't contain the what this was called the national park. So this has to be a teleport through. We'll get some of those teleports fixed a bit better.
Oh,
Then you
there
go
we
to
go.
here, and night vision has it remained for you?
Yeah, but it gave me effects, so I keep having to clear it, but I can still see. Yeah.
True. There we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
give myself some night vision. Yeah, so you've got the national park, the place that you could go in, and a little bit like the safari zone, you could catch Pokemon within here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you were given a time limit or a number of balls that you could catch Pokemon with.
I know that the Safari Zone is like that. I can't remember for sure about
Yeah,
this. I also
yeah, I
think I
think
remember there being some kind of feature about like walking around multiple Pokemon in here. I might be crazy. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. This game, of course, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, was the first game where, not really the first game, but the first game where you could have any of your Pokemon out and following you. Whereas Pokemon Yellow would let you have one Pokemon out, and that was Pikachu. But I don't think you could have any other Pokemon following you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Have
we
they added
connect.
that in any future games? Like I said, I'm not really super caught up on the franchise at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah. It's a lot more common now in these 3D games that you can have any Pokemon following you.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we've gone back to another fork in the road. We've got to the point where we had to try and pass past the pseudo widow who was in our way, and we've got down here the ruins of Alf.
Yeah. I think this
Nice
also
sweet.
turned out pretty nicely. Though I think now there's
Yeah.
some kind of moss block that we could use. Yeah, moss carpet.
There
Yeah,
is.
so we can go through and replace that. Because, like I said, some of these are very old, but we just wanted to
Yeah.
show you something and without delaying it further.
Yeah.
So,
Replacing blocks is easier than building the whole thing. So the
absolutely, yeah.
yeah, the idea is there. And then if we head back, we can head on north.
I lost you real quick. TP Ned.
Oh
I
no,
mentioned this earlier. I keep instinctually typing TP Rick because I'm used to him being the only one around.
I'm not Rick. I'm my own person.
It's funny because I remember when you initially gave up the channel, a lot of people somehow didn't realize that you and Rick were different people, even though you were a British adult and he was an American teenager. I feel like that's a hard thing to get confused about, but
Very
people found a
amusing.
way. Yeah.
Clearly, my voice just doesn't convey my Britishness or my adult nature.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell
I
you.
don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Who knows? I'll
It's a
take it as
compliment. You have a very soothing voice.
thank you.
Yeah.
So we've got the Burnt Tower here, which is where you'll meet the legendary trio or the three dogs,
Hmm. Yeah.
and what Equitique City. So we should have this should be the place as well where you meet the other evolutions that come in this game.
Hmm.
Espeon and Umbreon.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
For sure. I like the color scheme.
Yeah. Should we head off west? I believe that's where the game's. I think you. I know you get a choice in the game at this point to to go west or east, and then you can
And we
go
might
this way.
accidentally forget to see some places, but they're in the map. You're gonna have to take our word for
Yeah,
it.
I'll try and remember to get us to all of them. We've got the Miltank Farm.
Hmm.
Very nice place. Of course,
I
no
agree.
Miltank. Maybe we should get some cows in there and texture them up.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, you could probably using a data pack just change some of the cows to have different textures, or change all of them just for this map.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to re-add Pixelmon just for that kind of thing. Who knows?
There's another Pokemon mod as well, isn't there? That's got more blocky Pokemon.
I'll have to take
Cubemon.
your word for it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we're in Olivine City as well now. We
Yeah, I
can
like how
see.
this building looks. I think that's nice. And
Yeah, it's very
I
good
really like
detail.
this though. The using the banners like that.
Oh yeah, they're lovely.
Hmm.
It's
For
a good way of
sure.
doing it. And we've got the SSN.
Yeah. Very nice.
I know there's another ship within the Pokemon game, and I'm trying to remember. This should be the SSN, but then there are a
Thought
few
the
more.
SSN was in Kanto.
Yeah, well, it goes to Kanto. It takes you between Kanto and
Oh,
Johto.
oh, okay.
So you can either use the railroad tracks between Saffron and Goldenrod. You can use this from Olivine to it's not Vermilion. Might be Vermilion. It's the place where you've got the electric type
Yeah.
gym. And then of course you can just travel between them.
Yeah, kind of related. We're hoping to have some kind of fly related feature just so people don't have to
Yeah.
manually go everywhere because that can be kind of time
Yeah.
consuming. So
Yeah,
that's
we had
also,
with the original Kanto map release, there was a way where you could get between the Pokemon centers and use a flying feature.
yeah, very nice. I don't think I
Yeah.
actually knew that until Ned and I were talking about it because since it was on, the server, I never had reason to separately download the Pokemon
Yeah.
map, so I never saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I was really confused why I didn't add it into the server one as well. It was a weird difference that I did, and I'm not really sure why.
Maybe it was complicated to do, I'm guessing, because I'm not like I wouldn't know how to do that, but I guess you do. So,
It was just a whole load of teleports and some sort of map you could walk, a small scale down map you could walk around.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But good, we got past the whirlpools and
Hmm.
Lugia,
Yeah,
and we're into Cyanwood City now.
yeah, I like the vibes of this city.
Yeah, it's a nice place, tucked away on its own.
Hmm.
Is it really part of Johto, or is there another region just beyond here that this connects to?
Yeah, haven't
It's
people
gonna
like tried making a full map or something of the Pokemon world?
Yeah, there are lots of like, whenever a new region
Oh,
comes out, how does it connect to it? You've got Galar and was it Galar and Kanto and Kalos? They were looking at trying to connect to one point. And then of course you've got Paldea, which everyone's like, okay, well that connects to the south of Kalos because of, their real world similarities to
yeah,
France and Spain.
yeah. I didn't realize that teleport would work, but yeah, I also know that like,
Yeah, I
oh, you
fixed
fixed
it
it.
a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, thank you.
No,
That there's some kind of like I actually there've been a number now, and I think there's one very recently of like internal leaks from Game Freak where like it's a bunch of like their own like lore or whatever that they never revealed about like where things are and like the
not
history of
really.
the Pokemon world and that stuff. I don't know.
Mm. I know there've been more of the Pokemon X and Y betas have been revealed, or not revealed, somehow found recently. So I have seen
Nice.
some videos of people going through those, talking about, the southern region of Kalos that should have been in the original Pokemon Z when they were planning on doing that, or it should have been in the original X and Y, but it's not.
Yeah, I think I might have seen the same channel that you're talking about actually.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. Where
But
are we
yeah, then
now?
we've got, of course, the Heart Gold Soul Silver addition to the games where we've got the Safari Zone.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't
Oh,
expect this to be a physical place. That's not a teleport. Nice.
no, yeah, it had the space to fill it in. Although
Yeah.
I feel like there were, for some reason, I feel like I thought there were 9 regions you could, or 9 tiles that you could swap around rather than just 6. But I could be
I'm
making
not
this.
sure. Yeah.
Although we've got quite a plain one there. Maybe we did have to teleport somewhere else for this. But it looks very nice. I mean, it should be basically the same as the one that you find in Diamond and Pearl, shouldn't it? Because they basically just ported it over.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And we've got large cliffs here, so we can get back to the ocean.
Yeah, that is
Part of
a
the map
very
you don't
steep cliff.
Yeah, the part of the maps you don't see unless you're clipping through the world and trying to find some of these connections.
Yeah. All right.
Then you just fly a bit faster.
Oh, yeah, I lost you.
Yeah, I decided to spectator off back to Critique City.
That makes it easier. Thank you.
So yeah, we've done all the gyms over there. Now we can rush on,
Yeah.
get to Lake Rage.
Good idea.
Ah, here we are. We've got the hideout of Team Rocket.
Nice. Yeah.
Where's their radio station?
Yeah, you remember these games a lot better than I do. It's been a while since I've played them.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. Or a while since I played them outside of the context of working on this map, I guess.
Yeah,
I like that the town names are the titles are color coded to the like colors they're named after.
yeah. Yeah, I wanted to add that sort of color to them. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
the titles do work, they should have. I think every route is white, and then your different towns will have a specific color to them.
Awesome.
But I don't know if I made that up. I'm pretty sure that was in some way. I think that might have been in the Pokemon games as well.
I mean, I
I
know that
can't
there's
think
like
where though,
art
'cause I thought,
for areas.
yeah, when you go into the game, doesn't it? Into a different region. I'm trying to remember if it just comes down as a little banner in the top right-hand corner. That's sort of like a sign.
That
I
sounds
don't
right.
think
And
it's
then I
flat.
think certain places, like for example, the Burn Tower, I remember had a will have like little art that pops up when it's loading and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I think it varies.
Hmm. Well, luckily we're safe in that Lake Rage over there.
Yeah.
No crazy Gyarados trying to attack us.
Yeah. Right.
And we head on. So of course there are plenty of caves through here which are done, but we haven't got all the teleports fixed for them. We do have the ice sliding working as well because I think in the original release of the Kanto map, we did have that working as well. Where if you go onto the ice, you are forced to slide along it as you do in the Pokemon games.
Nice.
With with more command changes, those are in the process of being fixed. I've
Yeah.
got it fixed mostly, but you can break your motion the direction in which you go by spinning your camera as quickly as possible. So if you really turn up the sensitivity of your mouse, you can suddenly stop in place, which I guess like we're not using this map as a complete replacement for the Pokemon game, just as an idea. So if you do want to break it, you can. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a way to stop somebody from being able to do that sort of break.
I mean, just the fact that you notice that definitely means you've done a lot of due diligence, which is already impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, so we're in Blackthorn City,
Hmm.
the Dragon Gym.
Where,
We've
if
got
I
the water.
remember right, the gym leader kind of throws a tantrum when you win and makes you do this other whole side quest, which I always
Yeah,
thought was annoying as a kid.
yeah, I know. Some of these gym leaders were pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this waterfall you don't see it in the game, but if you do click through the map, I'm almost certain it is there. I don't think I
Interesting.
made this part up.
Yeah, because I mean, the water has to come from somewhere, I guess, and that's
Yeah,
interesting
exactly.
that they have it stuff like off screen on the map.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what's the massive mountain we're right in front of here. Mount Silver.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
this
very big.
yeah. Yet again, the exact placement of parts of this in the map were were based on clipping through the game. So where the height of it or the different elevations, where exactly all these parts of the mountain line up, and where the very top sits, where you go and face red. This should be based exactly on the placement, the tile placement within the game itself.
Very nice. Yeah.
Which again, like that wasn't, I guess we would have made up a placement for it if need be. But the fact that they had already, it was actually weirdly there in the game is quite an interesting choice on their part.
Yeah, I'm surprised that that's how it worked because I figured that would have been like kind of demanding for resources because the DS was not the most powerful
Yeah,
console in the world.
I know. I think it's just because it's going to be filled with something or nothing, and it's not like between these regions they're putting any details. They're just having a texture map repeating. So either a rock face or trees or snow. One of
Yeah,
those is just repeating on and on.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Hmm. And then we head back down and we are basically back to New Barktown. It's a nice little circular region.
Yeah. I like the older regions that have a lot of the like more whatever other directions to go and they all interconnect and stuff rather than it being a really linear path.
Yeah, they've got that. They quite often force you to go in a linear route by saying, "Oh no, a Snorlax or a
Yeah.
Sudowoodo is trapped in your path, so you've got to go the circuitous route that you wouldn't have wanted to." But it's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Paldea's. Did you ever play Paldea? Was
Some
it
of it,
Scarlet?
yes. I never finished it.
Yeah, the map's interesting, but at the end of the day, it's not very populated, so you don't really get many towns in it. You just get a couple of what's it? Those bike poke centers appear, and
Hmm.
then maybe a couple of buildings next to them that, of course, you can't go in because that's what Pokemon's like nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I feel like it's definitely awesome that they're making open world stuff now, but there is something lost in terms of personality and all that when it's not like everything is. I mean, not handcrafted because I mean they're still handcrafted in any of these games, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that same level of detail when they know you're gonna be everywhere, presumably.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really liking what they're doing with these Legends games, and I hope that carries on into the main series games.
Yeah.
We just have to see what they're going to do next. I mean, the one of the hopes is that they leave it a while before making Generation 10, and they give Game Freak enough time to actually put some development behind it rather than rushing it out. But
Yeah, it
it
definitely
always
seems like they've been slowing down, which is good.
yeah, it always seems odd that it's such a small studio making the games when it's one of, if not the biggest franchises in the
Yeah,
world. Yeah. So they've got the money
absolutely.
surely to be able to do it, but they
Yeah.
choose not to or have reasons why they don't.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure, but I will say that Game Freak is a lot better, it seems, at listening to feedback than some other game studios, which is great. Because I mean, there's specific posts that I have in mind. I'm not going to try to find it because it would take forever.
Yeah,
But
sure.
it's like pointing out like even them not doing Gen 5 remakes could be like taken as that because it's like, yeah, look, you said you didn't want us to mess with Gen 5, so we didn't, and I'm sure that's not the
Yeah.
reason. But even that, I think is kind of funny to think of from that angle.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're back at New Bark Town. Is there anything else we want to show with this? I mean, we've pointed out all the towns and gone through most of the routes. We haven't really gone through any, well, we haven't gone through any of the cave systems, and we've given a little bit of a view of Mount Silver. So, as a sense, that's Johto in a not so quick overview, isn't it?
Yeah, that took longer than I expected. I don't mind though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about everything. Wow.
Well, wonderful. Very nice to quickly go through it. Nice
Yeah,
to
yeah,
chat
for
with you
sure.
again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. Do you have
Yeah.
anything to add to catch people up, I guess, with what's been going on with you?
Oh, not much really, just working away. I'm a researcher now. I do physics. I mean, I
Nice.
think when I was doing video still I was in my undergraduate studying physics, but now I'm a researcher, actually toiling away doing computational models of materials all the time, trying to look for better solar cells and things like that.
If I remember right, like all or almost all or something of the original leaders, like your first crew, were very smart. Like they all went to like I think somebody studied like aerospace engineering or something. Am I misremembering?
No, no, yeah, you're right. I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
we just, you've got to go to university, or you go to university and you've got to choose something. And
Yeah.
maybe if you're sitting inside on your computer most of the days, you end up taking more of a sciencey route, perhaps.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what any of the like your first team of people are up to these days? Because I've heard it from you, obviously, because you're right here, but I haven't really heard from anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I catch up with, um, I talk to Chris quite a lot still, so I
Nice.
know how he's doing.
Yeah.
I've talked to Sam occasionally. We message sometimes. We plan to uh, do a little bit more stuff, and then we just get so busy.
Yeah, that's
He seems to be
understandable.
doing well. And then I
Good.
haven't talked to Charlie in years, but his dad and my dad are good friends, so they meet up every few months. So I hear how Charlie's doing through his dad,
That's good
or
to
through
hear.
my dad through his dad, which is always quite amusing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, I have no idea about Tom. I haven't chatted to him since I think since before I stopped doing Enderwarp.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I hope he's doing well. It's just, sometimes you part ways or things just get busy.
Yeah, it happens. I think that's about all for this. It's been
Yeah.
very good catching up with you. And like we said, we're going to have some more regular, I guess, tours of this region coming up soon. But I wanted to get this out there. And
Yeah.
do you want
Hopefully
to
this,
do an outro?
yeah, hopefully this video, will be uploaded sooner or closer to when we recorded it than a couple of the others.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm planning on releasing this in the next day or so, hopefully.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you want to lead us out then?
Yeah, my mind is blanking right now on what I usually say, but thanks for watching, everyone. I hope some people stuck around until the end because I know this was a long video, but maybe Ned being back made it worth it. And yeah, I hope to see you in some more Johto tours.
Bye.
Woo!
We don't need others. Gosh, what do I have in my why do I have lots of carrots and sticks?
That's a good question. Yeah, at some point, I don't know how this happens, because clearly someone meddled with it, but in my ender chest, it's full of a white dye, and it's three ladders in the exact middle, and then everything else is white dye. I don't know how that happened, but somebody, because I think there's some like weird like backdoor thing where people could edit other people's ender chests,
Really?
which sucks because I hope I didn't have anything important, but
Yeah.
it's been that for a long
Right.
time.
Mine is empty.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I ever need ladders and white dye, I know where to go at least.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not getting any feedback from my audio?
Yeah, you sound great. You sound perfect.
Cool. I sound perfect. Oh, gosh,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, you're so flattered.
Let's check where does this take me if I go to Pokeathlon. Okay, yeah, that takes me exactly where that should go. Oh no, Nettle. Don't meow.
It adds to the video, the meows. Yeah, I lost you again. I want to teleport to you.
Yeah, I'm in the what I thought was the Pokeathlon, but this one's Battle Frontier, I think.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right. This is going to be like heresy to say, but I don't think I've ever actually gone through a battle frontier in any Pokemon game. I
Oh,
just
don't worry,
never.
neither have I. It's
Yeah,
never been my cup of tea.
yeah. I know that a lot of people it's like their favorite thing, especially when talking like nostalgically about past generations. It'll be like, oh, the battle frontier, so and so. It's like I don't think I've ever been in that building. I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's always like it's. I'm so annoyed they took it away or they didn't put it in this game. I'm like, okay, fine, good,
Yeah, exactly.
bad, I guess.